What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Space Engineers Inspiration series. We're starting things off today with the USS Seeker. At least I'm pretty sure that's what the name was. Just look in the description. You guys should be used to that by now. I butcher the names all the time. Arguably, to me, the most standout feature to this ship, at least in my opinion, was this VTOL system on the back, which was really interesting primarily because you don't typically see VTOL type stuff on bigger ships. It's usually like, you know, Corvette ships or fighters or things like that. So to see it on a bigger size ship is actually kind of interesting and different. I will point this out though. I was looking at the description and it does say it's technically work in progress still. It's like 99.99% complete. But this is still kind of like a next to final draft version type thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm just interpreting what the description said. So there may still be a few things here and there that either don't work correctly or are not properly tweaked or whatever. But for the most part, it's supposed to be fine. So overall, yeah, I like the design of it. It is a little bit like, how do I put this? I guess pointed, maybe? Because it's like this top part is just all very flat type of thing. Simplistic may be a good term. It's not like some of the builds that we see where there's just like pipes and cords and cables all over the place. It's not focused on uber detail, but I really do kind of like the design though. You've got the vents on the side here. I'm assuming, again, the full description wasn't up yet, so I don't really know if it's designed to be like a spaceship, atmosphere, both, etc. There's a merge block on the side here for boarding, I'm assuming. Oh, and there's some stuff under here. I didn't think the underbelly was accessible from here. And that's interesting. What are you? Oh, spotlights. That's cool. So it's kind of like searchlights. That's neat. And I love this kind of stuff. I really do. It would kind of be a bit of a pain in survival, where you'd have to make sure you had oxygen to walk around out here if you were outside of a planet. Oh, planet elevator. No? Maybe? Oh, there it goes. So that's pretty cool. So this would be like a planetary boarding elevator, and I'm guessing that's the button for when you're on the ground type of thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool, but I really like when they do stuff like this exposed catwalk kind of setup. I really like that. I don't know why, because typically that would actually be very unsafe. Like, you could fall off and just never return. But I don't know. I think I just like the look of it. It's like, you know, you're like spacewalking outside on the outside of the ship. And here's the very conveniently placed door. Merge block off, docking bridge active, airlock start sequence. Let's do that. And in case anybody hadn't already noticed or wasn't keeping up with the change logs or anything like that, I'm leery of just manually opening the door because it had a start sequence. It sounds like it's depressurizing. Ah, screw it. YOLO. We broke stuff, who cares? Main airlock, bridge airlock. Where's the vent? That's what I think I keep hearing. I don't know. So we've got cryo chambers here, that's cool. And I'm guessing, let's read the sign. So that leads to the bridge, docking bay airlock. Oh. Oh, this is the bridge. Oh, okay. I thought it was more of the center door. So I actually really like how this is set up in terms of layout and color and everything. Like, this all kind of works really well. I don't know why, but the color scheme and everything, like with the text on the panels, just works really well to me. All ion thrusters, all hydrogen thrusters, on and off. Oh, this is a toggle. All atmo thrusters. Well, that confirms it. You can do all different atmospheric types. Gyros, interior lights for the bridge. floor plan flip up. Oh, okay, so this is like map controls. Reset, ore detector, laser antenna, regular antenna. Set course for Earth, autopilot. Set course for Mars. Set course for alien planet. So this is those were probably designed around the starter world where you have like 3 planets or whatever. Large reactor, small reactor, batteries, solar panels, hydro tanks, forward spotlights, searchlights movement. Okay. What do we got over here? Production, missile turrets, aft defense, bug busters. Don't know what that does. Life support, oxygen generators, all main air vents, interior defenses, and gravity generator. So lots of buttons, basically. That's how that can be summed up. Lots of buttons. If you would like to take control of the ship, access the K menu and select RC. Now select control. You may scroll for hotbar info. Okay. I guess that makes this the primary ship. Or, ship. Controller. Control. Yeah. I think that's how that... I don't know. Let's try these other ones. Alright, so here's other controls. We got main reactor, auxiliary reactors, gyros, merge blocks, docking bridge, elevator, VTOL switch. Aha! That's what I was really looking for. Set course first. So autopilots, sensor crash prevention. That's different. Jump drives, searchlights, rotors, landing gears. Wow, lots of stuff. Toggle. Now this is interesting. TB VTOL switch stage 1. And that's TB4. VTOL on off. I guess that's the thruster controller? Maybe? Okay. Oh, it's timer block. Okay. Is there anything different over here? There is. Okay. A lot of antennas, ore detectors, and so on. Reactors, power. So it's kind of the same setup for the buttons. It's just in the actual cockpit. Alright, so let's try real quick our hand at this VTOLery. So it should be 7. Now I hit that once, and I'm kind of like don't want to mess with... Okay, there it goes. I don't want to mess with it because, you know, when you mess with too many things, it actually blows up stuff. Okay. So now all that activates. Now the interesting part here to me is actually where the VTOL stuff works, because it's actually these side panels, and I didn't know that. So this is very concealed. It looks like it's all part of the ship. And then if we reverse it, I'm assuming... So yeah, it looks like it's much more streamlined into the ship than I actually expected it to be. Okay, so let's take our last little bit and look through the rest of the place. I like this effect too, putting windows actually in front of the glass, because then you get the like through the window pane kind of look. This looks like crew quarters, I'm guessing. I could just be using the signs. Cryo, med room, bridge, engineering. It also looks like we're set up on sensors for doorways and things too, for the most part. So we have programmable blocks there, timer blocks, oxygen generators, jump drives, controls, vents, yada yada yada. Fun stuff. Jump drives are all the way in the back here. And like I said, I don't really know exactly what it is, because effectively a lot of this is kind of just function. You know, your reactors and your timer blocks and everything, but just color palette and stuff, everything just works for me. Like, it looks really good. I like it. We did not go in this way either. To docking bay, airlock delay, to main. It said delay start. I don't fully understand the airlock system, admittedly. Okay. I think I broke something. Yeah, I definitely broke something. Oh, okay, the docking bay is the underbelly that we were at before. What the heck is going on up here? It doesn't know what it's doing. Alright, so I think that's going to do it for this one. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so next up we have the Type 72 Frigate, and I'm pretty positive I got that one right for once. This is actually an interesting ship, especially when you look at the description and kind of read up where it came about from. The author mentions that they were kind of trying to design a ship that kind of reminded them of like a big gun, or like the ship from one of the original Alien movies. Now, I'm not as familiar with those movies, and their ships particularly. I'm familiar with the movies, but I don't really remember much about the ships. But overall, I do like the design of the ship. It does kind of have a heavier, kind of sturdy cruiser look to it if you were trying to do like a battle cruiser. I'm not entirely positive on the weapons, but I do believe it's supposed to be heavily armed. We can see at least 6 missile bays. And there's a few... It also carries some fighters, I believe, so I want to look at those and see what... But there's also a couple compartments here you can see with the hangar doors, so I think there's supposed to be some form of bombardment type thing. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. It definitely has some thrusters on it. It probably moves pretty good. Especially since they all look like hydrogen thrusters, if my eyes aren't deceiving me. Okay, and there's vents on the side, which makes me think that it's probably able to go into planets and atmospheric situations. Probably. Hey, look at that! We pulled off an airlock without venting anything. I'm impressed with myself. Alright. So, I imagine the bridge is going to be up that way, especially since that sign says bridge. So let's save that for last. Again, really like these open catwalk type situations. These are really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. And this seems to be... It may just be a path through, actually. Or an observation area, I'm not really sure. Deck 5, medbay, bridge access, deck 4 access. Okay, so I'm guessing this goes to deck 4, that's the medbay, and that's the bridge access. Especially since that sign behind us said bridge access, and this is medbay. So there you go. Problem solved. Medical rooms, cryo chambers, a little privacy wall over here, I guess, is what this is supposed to be. It is interesting when you get vanilla builds where there's some things that are kind of left up to interpretation as to what you're using different blocks as makeshift blocks that aren't really supposed to be that. So it's always, you know, it's like, oh no, that's the shower. No, that's the privacy area. You know, you never know. Because it's all kind of, you're making that up as you go, because none of the blocks were really designed for that. Like, this could be a seat, a bed, a shelf, you know. It did say crew quarters, so I'm going to go with some kind of bed or couch or something. That's our location readout up there. What goes up this way? More bunk areas with a nice little loft. It's like, it would be actually interesting if somebody did like a series on space engineers as like a real estate type of thing. This was going to be the mass driver room, but I had too many issues with firing when moving and it affecting the ship's course. So I guess this was supposed to be kind of one of those like gravity torpedo type areas, but according to the description it kept like ripping off the front of the ship and stuff. So it was vetoed. But yeah, I'd be like, yes, as you can see, there's a lot of living space, and we have a loft up here with a great view so you can look down for parties, you know. Going starts at, you know, 7.5 million credits, you know, something. It's like, you could totally turn it into, like, Space Engineers Real Estate or whatever. Engine room, external airlocks, and deck 2. Oh, we don't need to go to the external airlocks, other than maybe we'll peek. Actually, this does kind of look interesting. I kind of want to see what's out here now. Oh, okay. Again, this is another cool, like, you could totally fall off, but it's neat that you could just walk out on deck kind of thing. Actually, this kind of stuff reminds me of Dead Space, where they would make you, like, walk on the outside of the ship type of thing to get to some door because the actual door is broke or sealed or whatever. And you end up walking on the outer catwalks. Alright, so this is deck access, but where did this tie into? Ooh! I love that too. That's another favorite of mine, is glass walkways looking over another walkway or something. I like glass stuff. It's just... it makes me feel... It always reminds me of, like, very futuristic, when you have, like, glass pathways over other pathways and whatnot. Stores? What? Oh, okay. You could add stores and things and make kiosks and whatever. That's cool. That's a neat idea. Okay, so now we're on deck 2, which is cryo room, grav gen, and access to engine room. Ooh, and the fighter bay. Yes, please. I'd mentioned I wanted to look at the fighters to see what's going on. Again, we have information readouts here, floor plan layout there. Some kind of hatch. I'm looking. There's the rotor. Okay. So they did rotors and blast door blocks to make a kind of like ramp. Oh, that's going to be a ramp. Okay, that's probably a boarding ramp. I just realized it with the rotor on one side. Rotor lock group. All door rotors reverse. Okay. No? This way. There we go. Yeah, so that's got to be like a boarding ramp. Okay. And in case anyone was wondering, these lock groups are the safety locks to keep them from freaking out when you're flying around or something. It's actually a really good idea. I've encountered that with my own build. Open something. Oh, timer block 18. Close LG. I don't know what that is. Landing gear. Oh, I see. That's a cool idea. So they hid landing gears under or above hangar doors. Interesting. So that's why it's on a timer block. It probably opens the hangar door. Well, let's find out. Start. So it's going to open the hangar door, and then it'll rotate, and the displacement keeps it further away from the rest of it, so they don't need to use blast blocks. Now, I don't know. The light came on the landing gear, but I don't know if there's another, like, on the control in the bridge, another landing gear button. So we're going to leave that way for now, and we'll test that theory. Beacons back over here. Very cool. Very, very cool. I like that idea, though. Landing gears is another one for me that I'm always curious how people handle, because there's a dime a dozen for landing gear techniques. There's, you know, the straight up just mount the landing gear to the ship. There's recessed ones, there's mag locks, there's hidden ones, there's extendables, there's pistons, there's rotate. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. So I'm always curious what people do for landing gears, especially concealed ones like that. I think that's really neat. So here's some of the fighters. They actually look really cool. Again, I'm thinking these are all hydrogen thrusters. I'm guessing. And then they've got rocket and Gatling guns, it looks like. And what is that? Ore detector. Okay. And this is probably the buttons. FB fighter bay. V1 connector, so vehicle 1 connector. Switch lock. Switch lock. Why is there 2? Oh, connectors 3 and... Wait a minute. Is there 2 connectors? Unless one's for the ship, maybe, and one's for the hangar. I don't really know. Because this one doesn't have 2. Switch lock. Timer. So I wonder why that one has 2. Interesting. And this one doesn't have 2 either. And then what do you do over here? Fighter Bay SP. So spotlights? Yep, okay. Alright, we'll turn those off. Fighter Bay lights, which does something. And then timer block. Let's actually try that one, because that might open all of them. Oh, that's cool! It actually has, like, red alert mode. Okay, so it opens all... That one over there opens all the bays at once. I think these are going to open individual bays. Actually, you would have to be a little careful with this, because... if you just undocked it, it probably would just fall and clip that door, so you'd actually have to be kind of piloting it, I think. We might use that in a minute. There's more of the landing gears. Okay, so that was the other... It wasn't bombardment, it's landing gears then. That's what the other hangar doors were for on the exterior. Landing gear up. Oh, there we go. Landing gear down. Nope, wait. Up. Nope, wait, what happened? Uh-oh. Wait. I think I messed something up. Nope. Stop it. I think I messed it up before by opening the door and then activating the full sequence, maybe? I don't know. Those could just be door controls. It looks like they're just door controls. That's what I'm guessing. And then back here, it looks like just battery blocks, I think. Did we look at everything? I think we did. I think we went everywhere. Alright, so let's grab this guy. I don't know how to turn the ship on, or I mean the... Ah, here we go. No? Maybe not. Alright, let's just... I don't know how to turn on the fighter without it being, like, connected to the whole ship kind of thing. Oops. Disabled. Nope. Okay, there we go. B1. Thrusters. Let's turn all the thrusters on. And I'm going to turn rockets, reactors, gyros. Where's the connectors? I don't have connector controls. That's unfortunate because I'm just slingshotting. It's holding me. Oh, maybe that's why. That's why they have these buttons over here. Is to disable the connectors. I think. Oh wait, that's switch lock. That's not what I needed. Switch lock, switch lock. So what is... I still don't know, unless that's for all of them, maybe. Whoa. Now it let go. What the heck? Oh, I guess I have to turn... I just now remembered. I was like, I have no gyros, and it's because they're all off. Woo! Okay, these are very touchy. I mean, they're really cool, but they are very touchy. Woohoo! Jiminy Cricket. Like, you would... Wow! These little things can move! Whee! Holy crap, these things are fast! Fast and maneuverable. Wow. That is nuts. Okay, slow down, slow down! Ooh! I barely missed that. Alright, where... Oh, what is this? Oh, wait, this is the bottom. Okay, I got turned around. A little disoriented there. I mean, this thing kind of flies all over the place. Alright, so let me see. Where was the door? It's back over... There it is. Okay. So we're just gonna let that coast. So why not? And the last thing I want to do is get on the bridge and test out... well, look at the bridge. I don't think we've been to the bridge. And test out the landing gear stuff and things. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Actually, it has a lot of the same, like the color palette for the screens and stuff almost looks like the last build. Automatic LCD controls, floor plan controls, useful. Ship's running lights, condition green, red alert, yellow alert. So it does actually have scripts to run the alert modes, which is cool. Jump drive 11. Stuff and things. Oh wait. No, landing thrusters. Landing gear open, close, landing gear lock, bridge start. That's interesting. Rotor lock group. Oh, that's probably why. All door. Okay, so the rotor lock group is on, so those landing gears aren't going to rotate. That's what's going on. I totally forgot about that. Inner doors, ship's running lights, bridge. Okay. Remote control or detector. Oh, what is this? LCDA. Oh, okay, so that's the floor plan controls. So I need to disable the rotor group lock. There it is. So 7. And hope nothing explodes. Okay. Now, with that in mind, let's do landing gear closed. Wait, I've got it backwards. Crap. It's reversed now. Well, that's probably not going to end well. Oh well. Yep. Nope. Yep, nope. Don't do that. Okay, so we did get the landing gears down, but I kind of screwed up the sequence that now the gears and the doors are backwards, because you're supposed to unlock the rotors, then pull the landing gears up. Yeah, I kind of messed that whole situation up. But that's pretty cool how they have the landing gears set up. I just kind of messed it all up. So, yeah. Overall, I really like the ship, though. It's got a lot of cool little details and things that I think are pretty neat. Even a hangar door there for a blast door, I think, to shield the bridge, which is a cool idea. So on that note, I think we're going to wrap this one up. Let's move on to the last one. Alright, and last but not least, we have the Lyra luxury yacht. Yeah, I hope I'm saying that right. I have no idea. Alright, so this is actually a really cool build. It is a world download, and it does have a few mods in it, so it may or may not hit your performance of the game, but there is also a strange tire sound. I know they're using tires here as like a baseline to set it on, but it's still kind of weird that they're like still going even though the ship doesn't seem to be moving. So, whatever. This is interesting, though. What kind of door is this? I can't recall ever seeing a door like that. Ooh, and they use blast blocks for stairs. That's a nice touch. I like that. I really like this whole, like, wood deck thing, though. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I guess the technical entrance to the ship should be on the side or the back? I don't see like an actual door anywhere. So I'm guessing it's on the back. We're gonna go with the back and just say that's where you're supposed to get on board, I hope. But this is actually really, really cool to me. It's set up pretty well. Oh, you can walk over those. I did not know that. Well, that's a really easy stair system, even for vanilla. You could just do standard blocks and blast blocks. That's really cool. But I really, really, really like this ship. Not just the design and everything, but also the use of mods to make it. It actually looks like a yacht. It's pretty darn awesome. Oh, and they used... Oh, this is cool. This is cool. They used the glass bridge as a sliding glass door. That is a really cool touch. Oh, that's cool. Makes me feel like a rich person that has his own yacht. Because let's face it, everybody wants their own yacht. If money was not an issue, everybody wants their own yacht. Well, you know, except for the people that are like paranoid of being on the water, which I know a few. Now this is an interesting thing. I wanted to double check. Yep, there it is. Lyra luxury yacht. I wanted to okay, so they're not using these buttons as buttons. I wasn't sure if they were to like change the lighting or something like that. They're actually designed to be in between seats. Okay. And that's also a neat idea, is just regular blocks with buttons behind them. That's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool trick. It looks like they're using ramps and stuff to make the curves. Very well done. I just really like this ship. Like I said, there are a lot of mods used to add that little lived-in decorative feel to make it look legit. So if you're not as into mods and things, probably wouldn't be your cup of tea. But if you don't mind them, this is a really cool ship. Now, one thing that I don't know, the description wasn't over-the-top informative in terms of like telling you every little thing. It kind of gave you an overview, which is fine. Looks like we have these little rooms now. Can't get in there. The only thing I don't know is if this is something that would be considered quote-unquote survival ready, in that I don't know if it has assemblers and refineries and all that kind of stuff. If it is, this would be a really, 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 really cool survival build. Like, live on the planet, this is my house that's like mobile type of thing. That would be really, really cool. To be quite honest, I've always wanted to do something like this in terms of a game like this, where you're making a base and you kind of make a mobile yacht base. Ever since, for those of you that remember when it was a thing and it wasn't, you know, not functional, the older MMO Star Wars Galaxies, it had the ability for you to do certain player house. What is that thing over there? I don't know if that's a glitch in the terrain or if that's actually part of the build. Oh yeah, we missed some stuff. I went through the bottom. I didn't end up going through the top or the middle deck and stuff. It's like, wait a minute, that can't be all there is. But for those of you that may or may not remember it, well, may, because if you don't, it's not going to help you. Galaxies had a cool, well, at least cool in theory. I never actually got to play it, because by the time I got around to being able to play it, it was, like, dead. But it had an interesting idea of player housing in Star Wars kind of situation, where you could get your own house and blah, blah, blah. But one of them you could get was the luxury yacht that Lando had in one of the games, I think. And you could deck it out and customize it and decorate it and everything. And I was like, oh, that's so awesome. It's a Star Wars mobile yacht. And ever since then, whenever you get these games where it's like make your own base and blah, 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 this I'm guessing is like the Captain's Suite type of thing. Or not Captain's, like luxury suite, whatever. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that's office. Maybe that's Captain's office, because there's no bed or anything. So it might just be office. I like the use of the buttons, even though the buttons don't do anything. It's a very cool idea. Now, I am having a little bit of trouble. This looks like the bridge. Wow! Where did they come up with this stuff? Like, what is this block? I don't remember this seat at all. Unless they just got really, really, really creative with the color picker and managed to match that wood grain perfectly, and these aren't actually modded blocks at all, because this straight up looks like everything's wood finished. It's a really cool idea. But I have no idea what mod this seat is from. But very cool. They even have like LCD textures that make everything look like you know, helm data and all that kind of stuff. That is really, really neat. Alright, where was the other... I'm pretty sure that's the main bridge. This is going to be like the dining and kitchen. But what is this area? The lounge and rec room? type of thing with concierge office, I guess. I don't know. Because it's facing this way, so they're not looking that way, but still, what a view. Like, that would be cool. And the coolest part to this would be to, I don't think it actually has them, so it would have to be modified, but I would love to modify this ship and add, like, thrusters to where you could fly it and it just becomes a mobile base. That would be so cool. Speaking of, let's see if we can actually at least drive it. Alright, what are we looking at? Front lights, forward, forward, backward, backward. Okay, so this is... Wait a minute. Is that Atmo thrusters? All corner lights. Anything else? No. Okay. So, the lights are on. Are we actually moving at all? Let's crank this up a little bit and see what happens. You do actually move. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, there's laser antennas and things like that on top. And I totally missed the sunroof. That can probably be retracted because, again, it looks like the bridge. That's really cool. Now, I'm gonna crank this up a bit. I don't know how turning and stuff works either. We're kind of strafing at the moment. But if I actually use the mouse, can I turn without flipping the ship over? You can! Well, that's cool. So if you want, like, ground hover vehicles, sideways tires looks to be the way to do it. And I'm guessing this might be a port. Oh, and there is... Oh, wait, no, that was backwards. Never mind. So the wheels are forward and backwards. I kind of want to see what this is, though, because this is a world download. Like, I didn't load this blueprint into a world where I already had my own stuff or anything. So this is all from this build. This is a really cool... It's really cool, though. And it actually leaves kind of the wake in the background, too. That's awesome. Alright, we need to slow down, though. Is there like an all-stop? I mean, I guess I could increase the reverse. Stop! Stop! Captain! Captain! We're coming in too fast! Yeah, no, this is gonna end badly. Run over the speedboats! Okay, so there probably should be like some kind of braking system, I would think. I don't know. I totally just trampled those. Oh, I see. That's gonna be like a clamp right there. Come on. Stop. Stop moving. Anyways. Close enough. So on that note, I think we're gonna wrap this episode up here. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.